Man, I lost my passport on day one.
Come on, man.
I was heading back to the Philippines. It was my second trip, and I know I had it once I got to Manila because I showed it to the clerk before I boarded the flight going to CGY, going to Cagayan de Oro, and I landed in Cagayan de Oro, and it was later during the day, maybe around 4-5 o'clock in the evening, and so I get close to my condo, and I'm going to be there for a month, and I decided I'm going to stop by the mall first and go ahead and get groceries and stuff like that, because at the Lemketkai Mall, which is close to where I'm going to be staying, they have Robinson's Market in there, and so I go there to do some shopping, get all my things there. So because I know I'm already tired, so I'm just gonna go there, go to the mall, get something to eat, pick up some groceries, things like that, and then take a taxi and head on to my condo. So I do all of that, and then I get home, putting everything away, unpacking everything. And I'm like, where is my passport? And so for some reason, between the time I touched down at Cagayan de Oro and to the mall, because I swore I think I lost it at the mall, and to my condo, I had lost my passport. And so this is day one, so the vacation is not starting off good already. The good thing though, at least it was day one. So I didn't panic, because I'm like, okay, well, at least I have a month to sort all this out, unless it takes longer than that, because hey, how am I going to get back home, without my international passport? So if that ever happens to you, I'll just tell you what I did. You can go online, report the passport lost or stolen. First of all, go to travelstate.gov and just report it lost or stolen, because you don't want anyone assuming your identity, even though, hey, I'm a big black dude. No one's going to ever confuse me with anybody if they try to use my picture or anything like that. But, and then you would have to make an appointment at the U.S. consulate. The only places that you can go to take care of that if you lose a passport is you have to go to either Manila or Cebu. Now, I've been to Cebu a couple of times already, but at that time I had never been to Manila. So I chose the one in Manila, and it did take a couple of days to get the appointment set also, about maybe 3 days or so. So I did that, took the flight to Manila. Now, even though I didn't have a passport at that time, when you're traveling domestically inside the Philippines, you can just use your regular driver's license, and and you're good just to do that. Also, when you get there, because my thing was I thought it would take time, and it did take some time, but it was well organized. And the U.S. consulate in Manila, it's pretty. And for what I had to do, I didn't have to wait in any long lines. I mean, for a lot of other people, those lines were extremely long starting outside. But because of what I was doing, and I was already a U.S. citizen, I got in pretty quickly. But when you get through, or you get to the gates, or rather where they check you and they screen you, and things like that, one thing I'll tell you, just bring your cell phone and your paperwork, nothing else, because really they're not allowing anything else in there. In fact, really it's just your paperwork and your wallet, because because I made the mistake and I brought my laptop with me because I figured it might take a minute, and so I wanted to say, entertain myself or do some work or something like that. Make some plans, write up some things while I was there. Well, when I get there, they're like, you can't bring your laptop in. I mean, they have a cubby there but there's small spaces and you can only store a phone there. All right, they'll let you put a phone and a charger in those cubbies, but that's it. Okay, so anything else that you have to find a way to to store it. So it's like at first I went in there with it, then I had to leave and come back outside. And outside there's also a lot of vendors. They're always, they're selling stuff. They're selling food and other things like that. So this other enterprising Filipina, she's like, I guess she saw me kind of looking around, and she's like, do you need a place to store that? You can store it here for 500 pesos. So I was like, oh man, these people, they're very, very resourceful. So I wound up storing my laptop with her because I was like, man, where am I going to go? How can I do this? And I still got this appointment coming up. And hey, I guess God was looking out for me, and a Filipina saw an opportunity. So I wound up storing my laptop with her. So I get back inside, and I had to store, my phone there. And so all I could do was go in with just the paperwork. So keep that in mind. If you ever have to go to the U.S. consulate, don't bring anything unnecessary. Just bring your paperwork and your wallet, because you're not going to be able to bring your phone in. And like I said also before, the process was pretty quick. So you go through everything. You have to fill out all the forms. They can and also that makes another point. Make sure you have a copy. Make a copy of your passport and keep that somewhere safe also. So I did have a copy of it, although they still could find it by your Social Security. I did have a copy of it, so they found it quicker by the passport number. Now, and honestly, I could have gotten it, because what you'll receive is you won't receive a full passport. You're going to receive an emergency or temporary one that's pretty much good for, I think, about 6 to 9 months, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be good enough to to get you out of the country, and pretty much on your way until you can get another one back. So had I had the time, because I booked the flight to Manila to a point where I didn't think I would get it back that same day. And but really, if I had the time, I could have gotten the temporary back that same day, but I had a flight to catch. So they wound up having to pretty much mail it from Manila back to Cagayan, and then someone had to come and deliver it. Well, the person that came to deliver it, it's like they don't give you a window when it's supposed to be coming, and they had no phone number for me to get in contact with me. They only knew my address, and I swore I gave them my phone number, but no one never contacted me or called me or anything like that. So they came to the condo, but 3 times actually. So it was maybe the third week that I received the new temporary passport. But really, it took 1 week, because every time they came to deliver it, they couldn't find me, like I said, they didn't call me. And we do have an armed guard down there at the base of the condo. And so one day I'm just like, has anyone come and tried to ask about a passport or anything like that? And, guy wasn't sure, so I just let him know. So finally, after 2.5 weeks, close to 3 weeks, then the guard calls me. He's like, hey, someone's down here, and then so I go and get it, and the guy's like, hey, this is my 3rd time. I'm like, you didn't try to call me? Looking at me all sheepish. No, I didn't try to call you. I'm sorry. So, but that's pretty much how it happened. So if you wind up losing your passport in the Philippines, don't fret, don't stress, I guess, unless you lose it maybe your last week. But if you can get an appointment in, early, then you can you should be able to get it the same day. Just like I say, you either go to Cebu or you're going to be going to Manila, and just make sure you're going to be there. I would say just count on being there the whole day, and not booking a return flight to any other island that you may have. If you're already in Manila, then you should be golden. But if you're out and you're doing other things, on some other island, just be aware. But it can be completed in one day, and I didn't think that was possible. Also, you still have to take new photos, but they also have a booth downstairs at the bottom of the consulate. It doesn't cost that much, a few bucks, and you take those back up, and you are going up and down stairs, for a couple of different things, at a time. But other than that, it was pretty painless. I never panicked while I was there, but I was definitely concerned, because I always keep things pretty close to me, because I do have one of those little vest bags, that I use to keep my phone, sometimes my wallet, definitely my passport and some cash and things like that on the inside. But I'm wondering if maybe during one of those times where, I don't know if I was reaching for my wallet or something like that, maybe it slipped out, or maybe it was a case of where I put my passport in my back pocket because I had my hands full. But either way, man, it was gone. And and I thought, man, how could I be so reckless? But accidents happen. Like anything in the Philippines, a lot of things, they can move pretty slow, but they are gradual. Don't lose your cool. Don't be impatient. The people there are very professional. Just answer their questions, do what you're asked to do, and you'll be good. So I hope this helps someone. So if you wind up going, I guess maybe wherever you go, but definitely in the Philippines, it is pretty much a straightforward thing. Cancel out your passport, make an appointment at the consulate in either Cebu or Manila. Go to your appointment. Don't bring anything that's unnecessary. Just bring your wallet, the paperwork, and your phone with you. They're going to store your phone. You wait for your number to be called. You fill out the forms, take your passport photo, pay the money, wait for a couple of hours, and you're on your way, and you're back to normal life and enjoying your vacation. All right. So I hope that helps. All right. So thanks for your attention. If this helped you, I'd appreciate a like. If you have any horror stories about, even yourself, what you've been through, over there regarding your passport or any type of paperwork like that, I'd like to hear it. Or if you even have a simpler method of getting things done, I'd like to hear that too, because that would help out someone else. Some people think that when you go over there, you just be an island unto yourself. I recommend differently. Nothing wrong with making friends, nothing wrong with interacting with other foreigners while you're over there, because believe it or not, we really are all in this together. All right. Thanks for watching.